Welcome to the watering hole. We're sitting down here with Mr. Max Goen. How you doing?
Pretty good. How about y'all?
Doing all right.
Good.
So you get to play Battle of the Bands tonight. Are you excited? You played last week or 2 weeks ago?
No, we played. It was actually February 24th, I think. So it was a while ago.
Time flies.
Yeah, time does fly.
Yeah,
it's pretty wild.
So you won that round, right?
Yes, I did.
Sweet.
Yes,
how did it feel to win that first round and secure?
It was about. I honestly didn't think it would be, but it was about the craziest feeling I've ever had in my life, honestly. Yeah. Just because I've been doing the music thing for a while, and my friends and family all are like, you're pretty good, you're good, and it feels good when they tell you, but then when somebody else pretty much also tells you that's not a friend or a relative, that essentially that they thought you were deemed good enough to beat the other two bands, it's a pretty cool feeling.
Yeah.
So when they got on stage to announce it, it was kind of like I was sitting there and the anticipation was pretty wild, and just it was like a 30-second speech. This lady came on to announce it, and it felt like 5 minutes, and it was just, and she said my name, and it was, heart was racing, and it was awesome. Yeah. So it was pretty cool.
That's cool.
So you said you're from Tulsa, right?
Yes, sir.
So are you staying up here somewhere, or are you?
No, so right now I go to school at OU. No, that might not be a ideal thing to say up here in Stillwater, but yeah. So I go to OU, live in Norman right now.
Did you watch The Last Bedlam?
Yeah.
I
was here. I was sitting right at the 20-yard line. So yeah, I was here. Unfortunately, that didn't go my way. But yeah, I live in Norman right now. I'm a junior at OU.
What are you studying?
From Tulsa. Finance.
Finance?
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
I assume your dream is probably to stay in the music.
This is what I want.
What do you have a backup plan? Apparently, if you're doing finance.
Yeah, I don't know what in finance would be my backup plan, but the degree is my backup plan.
You just want to make money, right?
Right.
That's what finance is.
Right. Exactly. And if this works out, then I know what to do with my money. So.
Yeah. The funny thing is I don't have money, but I already know what I have to do with my money.
They don't get it, but it'll all make sense very soon. So, are you like going back and forth today? Or are you up here for the day, or?
So, actually, throughout the last, So I guess I'll kind of just explain the whole deal that's been my life for the last 3 or 4 months now. So my old guitar teachers, one of them's playing drums for me in the band, and one of them's playing guitar for me in the band right now. And the one that's playing guitar, he actually has a studio at his house, and we've been recording songs there. So I've been getting more in. So I only have 2 songs that are out right now. I released those back in November, and those were done by me and a fraternity brother. And they ended up really good for what they were. We had 6 hours in the studio in Dallas, and we got 2 songs done, and they were as good as they were ever going to be for having 6 hours with 2 good but not great musicians, not studio musicians by any means. So now that I've got Mac, my guitar teacher, helping me out on all this stuff, the songs are coming along a lot nicer. And then when this opportunity came along, he was like, care if me and Dustin just jump on there with you and we'll play with you. I was like, that's what I wanted in the first place. So, yeah, I've been kind of just from Norman to Tulsa to Stillwater to Tulsa to Norman to Tulsa. I mean, it's just seems like it's pretty much every weekend. So, been traveling a lot.
Yeah.
So,
it's not too bad of a drive.
No, not too bad of a drive.
Hour every way.
Yeah.
Yep. Pretty much.
It could be worse.
It could be worse. That's right.
Where in Tulsa are you? Is it a studio or just at a house?
So he has a makeshift studio in his house. So he has a pretty nice, honestly, home studio. And then we cut all the guitars, the bass, and just tracking drums at his house. And then we take that to a real studio. And we've only done this process one time with one song so far, but we're about to do a second one. And then we take that to the real studio. Dustin comes in and puts the real drums on there. We cut the vocals and then do the mixing of the song in a 5 or 6 hour session, and it saves me pretty much thousands of dollars on what I'd be paying for to get studio musicians more time because the guitars are pre-cut. So he's saving me a lot of money and time, which is pretty awesome. So
have you ever thought about doing like live session stuff where you like just like play a live acoustic version of the song?
It'd definitely be something I'd be interested in, yeah. But I think right now the main focus is getting as many songs as I can recorded and out. And getting them out has been a lot more of a process than I'd like it to be, just because we're trying to time everything correctly. Yeah. And there's a lot more that goes into it than just the way I did it last time with the 2 songs that are out, was kind of just went record them, released them. Didn't have any marketing beforehand for them really or anything like that. So we're kind of taking it the professional way this time. And then hopefully down the line we can do some live performances, live acoustic stuff. So and that's pretty much what I do. Right, obviously not in a studio, but in Norman right now I pretty much just play. There's one bar down there called Rock House, which is pretty much what I do almost on a weekly basis. This semester has actually been a lot less than last semester, but last semester was pretty much every single week I was playing there and just doing acoustic gigs and whatnot. And then I do like some sorority stuff, philanthropy events and whatnot, and then every once in a while there'd be a fraternity party to go play. So that's kind of the stuff I do right now until this degree gets finished, and then I can dive into it as full-time.
It sounds like you chose the wrong place to go to college, because then if he was here, he'd have a plethora of places to play. You could go to Bad Brad's, you could go, you could come here.
What fraternity is it?
I'm in Beta at OU.
Okay.
So that's pretty much the fraternity parties I played, been there. And then just if a sorority asked me to come play, like I'm playing 2 sorority philanthropy events next week. So just that kind of stuff, acoustic mainly, because I mean everybody I'm playing in a band with either lives in Tulsa or Stillwater right now. So acoustic is all I got at the moment. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So what would you describe your sound as? What you're going for?
Definitely just a red dirt rock type sound.
Who are some of those influences for you?
Yeah, the influences, funny enough, you guys had them on last week, or I guess back whenever you recorded it, but released it last week, was Mike Ryan.
Really?
Was one of those first ones. Yeah. Co Wetzel is the main one for sure. But right around when I started listening to Co, I started listening to Mike pretty heavy, and that was a big influence on me. And then when Zach Bryan came out, that I know it's definitely a different sound, but I just fell in love with the way he wrote music and the way his lyrics are. It's obviously not the most, like, his sound is pretty crazy how it works, because it's not the most, it doesn't sound the most professionally put together. It's very like raw and just natural, but the way he writes lyrics to me it's pretty unbelievable what he can come up with words. So, kind of just, I try to follow in the footsteps of Zach when it comes to my writing. And then in terms of sound, I'd like a lot of stuff, but I would say Co is probably one of the biggest influences on me. So
that's awesome. Are you a fan of the new song that he just put out?
The Damn Near Normal?
Yeah.
It's not too bad, yeah. So
he's not
fan.
Too bad.
He's not a fan. It's not. So I will say some of his more recent stuff. The last album, I liked all the songs, but there were only like 2 or 3 that I was like, these are awesome songs. But all the albums before that, it's almost like every single song was just a #1 hit in my head.
Yeah.
And
all right, bring him out. Come on, Co.
So I feel like he definitely strayed away from his original kind of albums in sound wise.
Yeah,
but,
I would agree. Harold So High is like one of my favorite albums, like from front to back. I love that. It was a very well put together album.
Right, absolutely.
I think this new stuff is going to be back.
Yeah, and so that's why I was kind of saying like Damn Near Normal. I'm feeling it a little bit, but I just want to see more of it. Just because that Damn Near Normal to me sounds more like his old stuff than his last album that he released. Yeah. So I'm hoping that kind of goes back.
It sounds less like a duet with who did he do with the rap? Was it like Little Yachty or whoever?
Yeah, it was Kodak.
Kodak.
Yeah, it was Kodak. I was like, come on, man. I want the old Kodak.
That's great. That's great. So if you say you win tonight, you kill it, you go on to next week for the finals,
right?
And you win the whole thing,
right?
And you had to pick what day you wanted to play Calf Ride. What day are you gonna pick?
Well, I would pick.
Hold on. Let us guess first.
Okay.
What day? Well, do you have a? I'm thinking you would pick a Geo Treaty Oak Day.
That's
is
what
I
I was
would
thinking
pick.
too.
Okay, so it's funny enough. I would love to play out on Treaty Oaks Day. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be incredible, but it's not the one I would pick. It is the sound that I sound more like, but right now my favorite band that I listen to probably the most is Flatland. I love them. I think they're awesome. I think he's a very good songwriter, kind of like in the way he writes words. I think it's a lot. He mirrors Zach a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just kind of one of those things. I know our sounds are very, I mean, not opposite, but not similar.
Yeah.
But I just think, I listen to him so much, and I just think it'd be pretty unbelievable to be able to open on the same night as him.
I was going to say, it's either going to be Friday or Saturday, but I was going to go with Saturday.
I'm really shocked.
Yeah, I'm really shocked. Really. Who plays right before Flatland? Is it
Muscadine.
I was saying, I
Muscadine.
didn't know if it was Red Clay or Muscadine.
Red Clay plays before Shane.
Yeah.
Shane. Yeah.
Are you do you listen to a lot of podcasts or comedy or anything?
Not a ton. I used to a little bit. I used to listen to Joe Rogan a little bit, but sometimes it's hard for me to just sit down and watch a podcast. It's just my brain moves a little faster than
aside from the watering hole, of course.
And
Right,
Joe Rogan
aside from the
actually got
watering
his
hole.
start
Right,
from.
yeah.
He watched one of our first episodes,
And then he was like,
"Man,
"Yeah, this is what I want to do." Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't watch a ton of podcasts, but every once in a while when I'm on like a drive to Tulsa or something, I'll throw one on just to listen to it.
I mean,
especially if somebody has an interesting guest on. And
I mean, if he's going back and forth, he's got plenty of time
Right,
to
yeah, that's
scroll
right,
through the
that's
catalog.
right.
And
Did you
right.
listen to the Mike Ryan one?
I didn't listen to the whole thing, but I listened to a little bit of it just because I saw it was on your Instagram after you guys had DM'd me, and I looked, and that was one of your most recent posts, and I was like, "God, that's cool." So I was like, "It is."
Just
pretty
keep
cool
scrolling. There's a few gems coming up.
No, I saw the Treaty Oak deal too, and
Yeah.
that's pretty. Yeah, they're also one of my favorite bands right now. I think the reason I answer the way I did on what I would choose is just because Flatland has been one of my favorite bands for longer.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of
Yeah.
Another kind of quick side story on that too. Cleo, that's his name, right?
Cleto.
Cleto.
Big fan over here.
Yeah. Cleto, his wife Caitlin.
Yeah.
My guitar teachers that are playing with me, they taught her when she was a kid.
Really?
So
That's
they taught
crazy.
her, yeah. So
We talked to Caitlin 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that.
when she was over
Yeah,
here playing.
middle of March.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We went to. Yeah, we talked to her, which we had her back on when she played at Born and Raised. So we go and do that at festival as well.
Nice.
So we got to talk to her for like 15 minutes there. Got to know her a little bit.
All right.
Then she came back. We did about a 30-minute podcast a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's cool.
Be on the lookout for that, folks.
Oh yeah, that's not out yet. I didn't even think about
Yeah.
that. Yeah, okay.
It's kind of hard to think about that because we have so much in the backlog that we haven't been able to put out yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, and then we had I don't know if you're a William Clark Green fan. We had him on.
Yeah, I did see that on
Yeah.
you guys' Instagram.
We had him on back at around the same time. We had Caitlin on.
Well, we had him on
September.
again since the one on Instagram.
And then,
Gotcha.
and
We
then we
haven't
had
put it
one
out
on
Gotcha.
when he was here beginning of March.
Yeah.
We had
It's
him.
probably
pretty
not
cool.
a great business strategy to like record all these big guests and then just hold on to it. But I don't know.
It's pretty cool to have them in your pocket, though.
We
Right time comes, you bang, release it right
exactly.
there, and
Yeah,
a bunch
that
of people
is
are watching
true.
it.
That is true. Whenever we're playing it out, it's like, oh, they just released a song. There we go.
There you go, right
Yeah.
there.
Go check them out.
Go watch Watering Hole.
So speaking of watching stuff, what kind of TV shows, movies, stuff like that do you watch?
So my favorite TV show would definitely have to be Narcos.
Really?
It's
Okay.
It's a real. I don't know if you guys
Have you seen the Narcos Mexico?
Yeah, and I watched it for a while, and I got bored of it.
Okay.
It didn't.
That's
it
the
didn't
one I
strike
liked.
Me as, really?
Yeah.
Well, you're
Yeah.
wrong.
The whole Escobar story is pretty unbelievable to just watch. I mean, they did a pretty good. I mean, obviously, it's all not completely historically factual, but a lot. I mean, I think a lot of it's pretty close to as much as you can get on TV, and it's pretty unbelievable.
I have not watched. I've seen it on there, and I've heard a lot of people talk about it. I have never watched it,
Yeah,
so I need to add it to the list.
it's one of those you should watch.
Can I get some water before we start this one?
Here you go.
Tastes that much better out of a Bad Brad's cup. Hey guys, it's Rhett from the Watering Hole Podcast. We want to tell you about Bad Brad's Barbecue, the longest running sponsor of this podcast, and we really can't thank them enough for that. Bad Brad's has all kinds of dates coming up. I've got a list here all the way into the fall when they're better. Emily Hollingshed, winner of the Battle of the Bands, one of the top 3 finalists. Cade Roth and the Black Sheep, they're also going to be playing there coming up. Lowdown Drifters, and for you comedy fans out there, Uncle Laser is coming right here to Stillwater to Bad Brad's Barbecue. You got to check it out. When you come see one of these awesome shows at Bad Brad's, you have to try the food. I'm a fan of the jalapeno cornbread and the smoked brisket, while Jagger's a huge fan of the dirty fries. Try one of those out. Tell Vernon we sent you. And we can't thank Bad Brad's enough for sponsoring this podcast.
The movie-wise, I would say Interstellar is probably one of my all-time
That's a
favorite
great
movies.
movie. Yeah, that's a really good movie.
Never seen the movie.
Really?
It's on my list. I need to watch
Really?
it.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I've heard it's a great movie.
It's one of those movies that's got like
It's really deep.
it's real deep,
Yeah.
and if you watch it all the way till the end, you're gonna be like, oh wow,
Yeah.
Like, it's a good. It's got a pretty cool ending. So
Yeah.
Do you play golf? Anything like that?
I do. Yeah.
You
I
look
would
like a
say
golfer.
he
I'm a
looks
golfer.
like a golfer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not religiously, not really after summer. I would say I'm more of just a summertime golfer.
He's a
and
fair weather golfer.
That's right.
Oh, here's
Fair
where
weather.
we can relate a little bit here. So, do you know who Brad Dahlke is?
I don't think so.
He played at OU,
Okay.
and he won a national championship in 2017.
Yeah.
Oh, so he was on that national
Yeah.
championship team
Yeah.
back in. Yeah, I think I was a sophomore in high school.
Okay.
Yeah, when that happened.
So we played golf with him.
He's
we have
on
a video with him.
good as well.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
And he went to Norman. So.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So we don't hold it against everybody. Just the people that we like, we don't hold it against them. But everybody else, we have to. You know?
Do you keep
Yeah.
up with basketball, all the March Madness stuff?
I mean, I'm not a huge college basketball fan, but it's fun when OU plays well, and they were playing really well at the beginning of the season, and it was a lot of fun, and then they just crapped the bed. So
Are they in the March Madness
No.
stuff?
No.
Okay. OSU's not either, but they can't.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know. They just fired their head coach and just got a new one too. So I don't know.
I saw that.
That's about all I know about basketball right now.
I had him on our list to try to get, so I just marked him off when I saw that. Finally. Okay. Next.
Yeah. Maybe the new coach will be easier to get on.
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, that'd be awesome to get him on that right after he got hired.
Yeah.
Okay.
Add it to the list.
Add it to the list. That's great. You gotta. You said you were recording songs. You got like a drop date for those anytime
I
soon?
don't have a drop date yet. So like I said, we're kind of in the process of trying to get about a 6-song EP put together, and then we'll start releasing a couple singles and then drop the full thing. And the reason why is just because we want to kind of keep momentum going, because from the last 2 I released back in November, I haven't done anything since. There's nothing else out there. So we've kind of gone back and reconstructed those 2 songs that were on that EP, and this is going to be put into the new one. And then we'll get 4 songs, hopefully, on top of those. And we've already got 2, one done, the second one almost done, and then 2 more that we'll record. And then hopefully once that's all done, that's when we'll start releasing 2 or 3 singles and then just drop the whole EP.
Cool.
So that's kind of the goal for that. But
How old are you?
21.
Okay. So what's you have a pre-show drink of choice?
I guess whatever's available. Just kind of whatever's there. I don't have a routine on drink, but yeah, just kind of whatever's there. Usually, and for something like this, when I get nervous, my throat dries out pretty well, or pretty good, and so if I drink before, that tends to not help it.
Yeah.
So something like this, I probably won't drink before this, but on something relaxed where there's not judges and whatnot, and it's not very pressured, and it's just go out, play your show, and have a good time, then I'll drink a little bit before and during and whatnot. But
You know what we should do tonight?
Tell me.
We should go backstage and take a shot with Max right before, just to prove him wrong.
yeah, I mean, if I see you guys backstage, I'll take a shot with you.
Oh, let's do it now. It's got to happen now.
Yeah, it's gotta happen now. It was said, so now it has to happen.
Exactly.
Are you like a beer, wine, liquor? Like, what's your preference usually?
Beer. But my girlfriend and I actually do drink a lot of red wine. I actually like red wine a lot. So, but
Nice.
if I'm out just drinking, that's beer pretty much.
What brand?
We're not too picky. Kendall Jackson is probably the cheap, good-ish brand.
Kendall Jackson?
Yeah. It's not.
I guess I don't know.
I don't think it'd be a well-renowned, but, works for a college kid.
Yeah.
And then there's a new one we've been drinking lately called Apothic. It's like a $10 bottle. It's not very good.
Really?
It's not the worst, but it goes
wine.
Yeah.
Oh, I was talking about beer.
Oh, you were talking about beer?
Okay, I was like, what?
Oh, my bad.
No, that's my bad. I should have specified. Beer.
I
beer, Coors, and Ultra.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go.
Quick and
Hey,
easy.
I know those brands.
Yeah.
I like wine as well, but I like to drink like Oklahoma wines.
Right.
Have you ventured into that any?
Haven't. I'm not a big name brand type. I just kind of pick up whatever's cheap and looks decent.
Yeah.
So
There's a wine called it's called Red Dirt Road, but it's they make a couple different varieties, but it's pretty good.
He took a wine class.
I'm kind of a wine
There you go.
aficionado. It's not a big deal.
yeah. There you go. Yeah, wine's. It's a damn good drink. I like it a lot. And more older I've gotten, it gets better and better. So not something you
He sounds
drink.
like an old man over here.
Yeah, I know. Not something you drink
He's
at
like,
a party.
I gotta have one glass for my cholesterol every night.
Oh man.
See, and you mentioned Coors and Ultra. Like, to me, those taste terrible now that I discovered Blue Moon, and it's really
Really?
changed my life.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. If
Good
it's not
Blue
Blue
Moon's
Moon,
really
I
good.
just would rather not.
Yeah.
have it.
And then
And Blue Moon's not even like a high end.
yeah,
All
it's a
right.
good wheat beer
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah. He put me on it too. So now that's what
If you can get it, if you can order a draft and get an orange slice in it,
Yeah.
game changer.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Game changer.
Yeah, well, I'm still stuck in high school, I guess. Coors and Ultras.
Yeah.
Never changed as my favorite beer.
Do you have a merch company? Anybody does your merch? Or
I
anything?
don't. Haven't started that yet. So like I said, this has all kind of happened just real fast for me. Throughout college, I've been writing some songs and playing some gigs and whatnot. But this year, everything has just kind of gone pretty quick. And I wouldn't say I have a fan base by any means. Friends and family and word of mouth to other friends from my friend. Like not much past that though. That's about the fan base I've got. And there was I can't remember the company that texted.
CH Lonestar promo.
Might be them, yeah.
Thank you.
Might be them.
Let's
So
just turn around.
I kind of want to say I talked to them, and I briefly talked to them. I had a phone call, but I kind of just didn't want to mess with it yet. I want to kind of get through this and then see where I'm at after this, and then once we get more songs out, once we kind of start to build a fan base a little bit, then I think I'll get a little more into the merch and whatnot.
All right,
Well, that's where you're wrong.
Okay. Tell me why.
All right, Max, you got to make me a promise now.
Okay.
Since CH has already reached out, once the time comes, so tomorrow, you need to call and you need to say, I want some CH Lonestar merch, and I want my face, my name on it. Because your friends at the Watering Hole are sponsored by CH Lonestar.
There you go.
So they made these shirts for us, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, did they?
Just got these a while back.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure I'm talking about the right. Do they do merch for like Treaty Oak Revival
Yeah.
too?
Hold on a
Okay,
minute.
then it was him. It was him.
We got a list.
It was him.
He's grabbing a shirt.
all
But
right.
they do merch for Treaty Oak, Red Clay, Cody West, many more.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
get a lot of. They made this shirt right here.
Right.
Pass that over.
All right, there you go.
Appreciate that.
So just to hold that up to the
at
camera and
that.
say, I love CH Lonestar.
I love CH Lonestar.
Yes.
Now I'm trapped. Can't branch out anymore.
So they do shirts like that. They do socks. They do bags, hats,
All right.
embroidery, screen printing, all kinds of stuff.
I bet if you had CDs, I bet you could get like the top of the CD, like a custom like Max Goen,
Right, yeah,
some
yeah.
flames on the side. I don't know
Right.
what you're
Yeah.
going for on your branding stuff, but
Right.
We took them an image. It was kind of like that, and we said we want to do this as our logo, and they redesigned it for us, and they were able to kind of simplify it. So they do that. They do like design work, and then they'll make the shirts for you, ship them out for you, so you don't
Right.
have to ever touch it.
yeah.
Wow.
They'll handle all that stuff for you. So if you're gonna get somebody to do your merch, CH Lonestar is kind of a
All
no-brainer.
right.
Perfect.
I got you.
There you go.
I may have to get back in contact with him.
There you
And
go.
they do. You can look at their resume. They do some pretty
Right.
well-known people out there.
Yeah,
I mean, they do the Watering Hole podcast.
Right.
I mean, that's up here.
That's a
You got
pretty
the
high
watering
tier right
hole.
there.
You got the red clay strays and treaty oak, and you got everybody else they do.
Yeah.
They made this shirt too.
Yeah, that's what. That's
Yeah,
what I
there
was
you
saying.
go. That's pretty cool.
I really love. Well, I really love this shirt too.
Great quality
Yeah.
shirt.
Thank you,
Yeah,
buddy.
I think the other part of it for me is that I was just kind of like I'm trying to figure out how to balance all this financially as well because it's kind of it's a lot of money and I don't
You
have
and me
much,
both,
so.
brother.
So I mean, you know how it goes. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
pick between recording a song at a studio or get merch right now, and I kind of lean towards
Yeah.
this at the moment.
Yeah.
So
I mean, just look at
Yeah,
all this
totally
credit card
understand.
debt we have sitting around.
I know we got the shitty mic stand too. It's not enough credit card debt apparently.
need some more.
Yeah. Don't worry, we're getting there.
It's like a never-ending cycle,
Oh,
really.
God, yeah.
You get, I mean, you know this. You get something, you're like, oh, this will work for now. And then sooner or later, you're like, oh, now I need this or this and this. And
He's like,
Yeah.
we really need this. I'm like, we can't afford that.
Throw it on the credit card.
It's like, swipe. Like, Jagger, I just spent half this is yours, right? I'm like, I guess.
Oh man.
Jagger is the one that keeps us kind of semi-contained.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm like oh, we need it? I already bought it. Good.
Tell them about it later.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But once you get the CH Lonestar merch, you don't have to worry about anything.
That's right. The checks just start rolling in. Speaking of our sponsors, are you going to eat anywhere in town today while you're here?
I'd assume I'd have a meal. I'm not sure where yet.
Well, let me tell you where a great place to Barbecue.
We're rolling out our ads right here.
I'd
for
see
you.
that. Yeah.
Bad Brad's Barbecue. It's gonna
But
be a
it's
great
weird
place.
because we're actually being genuine at the same time.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, it's
a
great
really
stuff.
good place to eat.
We actually have a pre-made ad that we put in for Bad Brad's. I'm just doing this
Yeah.
it's for you, Verna.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Vernie, you need to get this man over up in Stillwater instead of
you do need
hanging
to.
out at Norman.
They have a
They do a songwriter circle, and then they have an open mic.
well, they have an open mic competition,
Yeah.
and so it's kind of like this. They have judges,
Right.
and they have some pretty cool judges too.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the Damn Quails?
Heard of them, I think.
Okay. They had Brian White from the Damn Quails a couple weeks ago, or a couple months ago, I guess, judge. But it's the same sort of deal. They have like a listening room set up down there, and it's pretty cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not anywhere near the size of this, but it's like,
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
That would be something to look into.
That's what
Right up my alley.
This can be a great trip for you.
Yeah, it really might.
You're
Very
going to play Battle of the
informational.
Bands tonight. You came on the Watering Hole podcast.
That's right.
And then you can travel right down the road. I mean, just right down here. And then you can go talk to Vernon and say, hey, schedule me for a show.
There you go.
Rhett and Jager sent me. He's
Yep.
going to be like, that's fantastic. Third Tuesday in June. And then
And he gets some great merch.
and then you can get some great merch from
Heck
CH
yeah.
Lonestar.
I mean, I don't know what else there is to do, really.
Covered all the bases.
Yeah.
Do you play pickleball?
We don't
No.
have, we don't have a
pickleball sponsor.
Well,
Just heads up.
We're not leading you.
I will say though, I love playing. I've played.
Tumbleweed Dancehall. Hey guys, it's Rhett from the Watering Hole podcast, and we want to give a huge shout out to the Tumbleweed right here in Stillwater. The Tumbleweed's been a huge part of our podcast and helping us get artists. And of course, as you know, they put on Calf Fry, as you can see behind me, one of the greatest festivals around. And that's the episode you're seeing right now, is what we did at Calf Fry, thanks to the Tumbleweed. They have all kinds of concerts lined up. They are closed during the summer, but time fall comes back around, they'll have a great lineup for you. I really wish we could share some details on that, but you're going to want to stick around to hear that. Thank you to Tumbleweed Dancehall for sponsoring this podcast.
I played in like PE class back in like middle school or whatever, but I've played a couple times since in the last year, and I've had a lot of fun playing.
Yeah.
My girlfriend and I play a lot of ping pong right now.
Well, let me put
But
you on the best
pickleball's
pickleball
a lot
paddle
of
out there. CH Lonestar has developed a new age of paddle. So, are you pretty good at ping pong?
I mean, she whoops my butt every time.
Okay.
So
I like to think I'm pretty good at ping pong.
yeah,
So I thought I'd give pickleball a shot, because like tennis is too intense. Tennis kicks my butt running back and forth. So I was
gotta
like,
run too much.
We'll try out the pickleball.
Yeah.
Pickleball's fun. We went and played the other week, or the last week, and we were playing against older people.
Yeah.
And so we walk in, and The guys don't spike in on the older people, you know.
We're probably like the youngest two
yeah.
there by at least like 20 years.
Wow.
Like,
Maybe more, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh, this is like whatever, you know. I was gonna be playing with some older people, you know, like they gave us a run for our money.
Yeah,
Let me tell you,
I bet.
yeah.
like they're telling us not to spike. I'm up there on the line and they're smacking it down. It was
Well, I mean,
intense.
my grandparents.
Oh God.
My oh, you're good.
It's Trina. We'll blame Trina.
Yeah.
My grandparents, they live in a like community, and it's a little gated community, and it's a like senior citizen community, and they've got a pickleball court at their clubhouse. You got a couple of them. It's pretty nice, and they play every single week. And my grandpa, who is a grandpa and he's older, and I mean, he's not very agile. He kicked my butt. Like, I mean, I was like, I don't know what to do. You're having me running from over here, and these courts aren't very big, but I'm running from this to this every 2 seconds. I mean, I couldn't beat it.
Yeah, that's how I felt. I was like, once I saw they were going hard, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
They were still putting it on.
They play it like we play golf. I mean,
I don't know. I don't play golf very well.
I don't play golf very well either. But they can put like a spin on it, and it just die like right there.
Oh,
I was
it's
like,
dirty.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What kind of clubs you rocking for golf?
I've been playing with AP1s for the last probably since junior year of high school. I think I'm about to take my dad's AP2s because I think he might be getting some new clubs. But before that, I played with Tommy Armour's, and they were my granddad's clubs.
Okay.
So I've been just playing with hand-me-downs all the way through. So, yeah, but the AP1s they've been pretty nice for me. They go a long ways, and they're pretty forgiving. They got a pretty fat head on them, so worked for me.
What do you typically shoot over 18?
I mean, without playing that much golf, I usually shoot low 90s to high 80s on a good day, and then when I play a lot, I'll get lucky with a sub 85, 84 round.
Okay.
I've shot in the 70s 2 times in my life, and they were both a 79. And it was actually the second time I did it, and this is back when I was playing a lot of golf. Second time I did it, I was on 18. All I had to do was par it to shoot a 76. And I hit my drive into the bunker, duffed it out of the bunker in the fairway, and this is a par 5. Duffed it out of the bunker, hit it into the water, shanked one, got it to the green, triple bogey, shot a 79. I was pretty pissed about that. But I'm not a great golfer by any means, but it's a lot of fun to go out with your buddies.
It sounds like you're much better than us.
Yeah, tremendously better than
On
us.
a good day, I'll shoot a 95. That's on a good day.
Right. I mean, it just all depends on how much you play, really, because I'm by no means a good golfer. But
Yeah.
if you play a little bit and you go practice every once in a while, you can
It's
get
to me,
there.
it's more about going out there and just like hanging out with your buddies. having a
Yeah,
good time.
absolutely,
Yeah.
100%. But I always say that, and then I go out there, play bad, and then get pissed off. So,
I think everybody
It's half
does.
and half.
I think everyone does that.
Yeah.
you know,
You have any social medias you want to plug real quick?
Max Goen Music on Instagram, TikTok, same with Facebook. I'm not super active on Facebook. Need to get on that a little better. And then just Max Goen, Spotify, Apple Music, whatever you got. And 2 songs out you can listen to right now. Works Out in the End is one, and Grandpa'd Like to Know is the other.
Okay.
So
Cool.
Yep.
Are you real quick? Are you a Spotify or Apple Music guy?
Neither actually. It's pretty crazy.
Don't say it. What do you use?
Amazon.
Ah,
Yeah.
We got a Chris Gaines over here with us, dude.
no.
So
I just threw up in
We-
my mouth.
we do. Yeah, that came from having those Alexas. You know, and then I signed into the Alexa back. This was like 8th grade or something. And I would get signed into those Alexas, and then they hooked up to my Amazon Music. And for whatever reason, that was my justification for having Amazon Music. And then now I've just been stuck with it ever since. And then every time somebody gets on my phone to play a song, if I'm on the speaker or whatever, they're like, how do I even work this thing? Because Alexa is bottom right on Amazon Music, so they're always pressing that. It's like, what song do you want to where's the search bar? It's like so, I mean, it's pretty funny. But, yeah, neither Spotify or Apple. But if I had to choose one, I would probably go Spotify.
Let's go.
That's the
That'd probably be
first
the one.
ever one of the two we've got. That's great.
I
Yeah,
thought
I'm
we had
kind of an
somebody else.
oddball, especially
we
for
had
a
a
musician.
we had a YouTube music.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
But Amazon, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's
that's
pretty
crazy.
wild. I know, especially for a musician. So you would think I would listen to one or the other.
Yeah.
Probably should get an account.
You'll get there one day.
Yeah, one day.
All right.
Well, Max, we thank you for coming on.
Yeah, I really
And,
appreciate you guys having me.
Hopefully, we'll catch up with you down the road, maybe at cafe.
Yeah. Come take a shot with me backstage.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, thanks again.
All
man.
right.
See
Well, I
ya.
appreciate you guys.